you can do so after Sarah's presentation, and then she will be signing more books at that point as well. Well, Sarah Vowell has been described as one of the most important voices of her generation. She is, of course, a very gifted storyteller, but what sets her apart is her ability to communicate all of the contradictions, conflicts, and doubts we have as participants in American culture. She fuses intellect, personality, reverence, and irreverence to create some of her funniest and most insightful commentary on history and culture. The voice of teenage superhero Violet Parr in Pixar Animation Studios' The Incredibles. It is my great pleasure to welcome Sarah Vowell.
So much for coming, and it's really fun for me to be here at the Harold Washington Library, a library I used to escape to when I went to art school at the School of the Art Institute. To come to this library and, just you needed to get away from the pink hair a little bit. I'm so crazy about this town, and I miss the buildings, like they're sort of old pals of mine. And this morning I had a little break, and I got to take one of the walking tours from the Architecture Foundation and look at, the Monadnock building and the Rookery and all these great, like, Burnham and Root buildings around here. And I don't know why I brought that up, but it was very sentimental. And even though I live in New York City, the architectural part of my heart will always be a Chicagoan. And I almost thought I would read some of the last chapter on the Lincoln Memorial and the building of the Lincoln Memorial and the kind of architectural squabbles in choosing the design of that, but it doesn't really probably work that well out loud. But I will say that your friend and mine, Louis Sullivan, gets a little play at the end there, and he was not the biggest fan of the Lincoln Memorial of all the one thing that was interesting to me, especially since the Lincoln Memorial is seems so inevitable and so beloved, so universally beloved. Like every single one of my friends loves the Lincoln Memorial, and I have some really crabby friends. And one thing that was really interesting working on this book is just looking into how that memorial got built, and it turns out the Chicago chapter of the American Institute of Architects just threw a little fit when that design was publicized, because they just thought it was ridiculous to have this, the son of the prairie, like Abe Lincoln of Illinois, land of Lincoln, to be memorialized with a phony Greek temple. So it was really fun listening to those guys, get mad. And technically I agree with everything they say, except that I don't.